I figured this would be an appropriate time to talk about my job. Hello, good morning. It's not morning, it's 12:30. I woke up at 9:30 today and I had a bite to eat. I just had some banana bread that Ian's mom made just to have something in my system before I drink my matcha, and then I also had pasta for lunch. I don't have to be in at work until 4, so I have quite a bit of time before I have to go in. I have a 1 p.m. Pilates class scheduled. Something cool about the studio I like to go to is that they offer free classes instructed by people that are training to be instructors. I'm gonna leave at like 12:45, so I have about 30 minutes to read my book. This is my outfit for today. Big shirt, little shorts, and then grippy socks. That was one of the best free classes I've taken. There was a lot of focus on breath work, intention, and controlled movement, but this was a really good one. Very, very nice. I just got home. That was a really good class. I'm definitely gonna feel it tomorrow. I felt it today, just from my class yesterday. So I will be in extra pain tomorrow. I have a couple things I need to do before I start getting ready for work. I want to read a little bit more of my book. Today's Thursday, and on Thursdays, my coworkers and I like to get a little sweet treat. If you're one of my coworkers and you're watching, hello. But we'll see if we do that today because it's like a weird week. This is what I'm wearing today. Cost ballet flats, Zara jeans from like 3 years ago, Uniqlo top, Baggu bag, and a long sleeve because it gets super cold in the office. Okay, bye!
I started to laugh at a son about I mentioned the past like a running joke. I told him about all the.
So this week was just a weird week because we have an event on Saturday, so I had to work the night shift to cover all of the edits that had to be done before the morning after. We did bev today. We did.
Hello.
Thankfully, my coworker came through and she delivered my bev. Did I have 3 matchas today? Yes, but did I make 2 of them at home, so technically they were free? Also yes. I only had 1 big edit to do. For the rest of the time, I was working on one of our long format shows, and for that, my timeline looks... It's a lot. It's a lot. Yay! I get to go home a little bit early tonight. It started raining out of nowhere. I could smell it yesterday, and it was super overcast, but it just started raining right now. Just got home. I'm gonna do something crazy. And by crazy, it's like not even remotely crazy, but favorite jasmine tea. I have 2 tea bags, and then we'll see. Good morning. It is almost 12, so I'm going to go for a run. I'm trying to get faster, but if anything, like I mostly just do it because my job is very stationary. This is my outfit. Nothing special. Whew. I look greasy and sweaty, but I'm gonna make lunch. I'm gonna make my own version of a cabbage pancake. It's literally so easy. Oh, no. I chickened out. I did it. Okay, I'm gonna make a matcha before I head out to work, and while I do that, I figured this would be an appropriate time to talk about my job. Oh, I didn't even turn on the water. So I didn't really get to talk about work too much last night because I do work in a more corporate setting. I have a fear of stepping on toes, very big, very important toes. So I'm just gonna talk about what I can with you right here, right now, share my experience and possibly some advice that could be helpful. If you are new to my channel, I am a full-time video editor. I went to the UNLV School of Film. I was there for about 4.5 years, but I graduated back in December of 2019. I don't know what my life would be like if I had done something different, who knows? But my greatest mistake is not applying for internships while I was in film school. Everybody's different. So in my case, I am very much an introvert. So making connections is not the easiest thing to me. I'm very hard at marketing myself. I think applying to internships, working my way through reputable companies would have really helped in securing a job right out of graduation. Because for me, I graduated in 2019 and it took me 3 years about to get an actual full-time assistant editor position. And that's just entry level. So if you can swing it, I highly recommend it, because I know internships don't pay the most money, and sometimes they don't pay for lodging as well. So that was my advice if you're in school. If you're post-grad and you don't know what to do, just like how I was in 2019, this is for you. I was kind of lost. I graduated in December, so I gave myself some grace. I was like, oh, it's the holidays. I won't get into like job searching until sometime the following year, 2020. And we all know how 2020 went. I'm surrounded by workaholics. My family, my mom, my grandma, my grandpa, they're all workaholics. So I felt like I had to be doing something with my life. Since it was COVID, I was looking for any remote freelance jobs that I could take. A lot of my friends were doing passion projects, so even though they weren't paid, I was still doing them anyway, just because they were fun, but also I wanted to get in as much experience as I could, which is the greatest takeaway from my post-grad experience. I took on as many freelance gigs as humanly possible. Something I was getting a lot of pushback on was the fact that I was taking on so many unpaid gigs. But for me, like, I was lucky enough to be living with my grandparents at the time, so I really didn't have to worry about paying rent. The only thing I was really looking for was just freelance gigs that could keep me afloat until I found something steady. And it really paid off, because one of the main things that they looked at when I got the interview for this job was how many projects I had done post-grad. Harsh reality is, I feel like you kind of have to work your ass off in film. You have to really get the reps in. You have to like show that you want it. You can't just like passively hope that something will happen, unless you're a Nepo baby. Like, good for you. I wish I was a Nepo baby, but this is my jasmine syrup at the bottom. Oh, I forgot I was gonna do soda. Whatever. I think the biggest takeaway is how important it is to make connections, how important it is to really do as many projects as you can, even if some of them are unpaid. I think once you get those first few reps in, you understand who you are as an editor, what your needs are, what it's like to work for other people, work with other people. I think burnout is kind of inevitable in this industry, especially if you're trying to find your footing and you're doing a lot of freelance gigs. But don't beat yourself up. It's not easy. It's not easy in any industry finding a job during these times, I fear. If you know that you're doing the best you can, that's all you need. That's all you need. So yeah, if you have any more questions in regards to being an editor, specifically being an editor for sports, let me know. Vegas is really starting to grow in regards to the film industry, just because we're so entertainment based. So if you live in a different state and you have a totally different perspective on things, feel free to put in the comments. But that's it. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you for watching. I will see you again very soon. Bye. I need to pour this out.